right,
welcome
guys.
to the Devolution Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
And that's
You
how
should
we're
get
starting.
Yeah,
Keep that in. All right.
right, guys.
WCW Capital Combat 1990. The return of RoboCop. My
In-
name is Ethan. I am joined with my other co-host, who I will let them introduce themselves right
You
now.
got the Rob.
It's Avery.
Hi, I'm Trenton.
And we are the Devolution Boys.
Let's go.
So
Like I was saying,
I
you go ahead.
swore I notated in this like where they were at and everything. So does someone else notate?
It's okay.
I have it.
I got the cage match page pulled up, boys. Don't worry.
Oh, cool.
I have.
I'm
I wrote
prepared.
it down. I wrote it down.
Big dubs.
Because all I wrote was Capital Combat 90 in DC. Does anybody?
Fact check me, Ethanos. Is this 5/19/1990? And the in Washington D.C. the D.C. Armory?
Yeah, I bet
You
say
would
it's
be
in an
correct.
armory.
Why the fuck is Tony Schiavone not given credit on this page, by the way? He's a
He
part of
doesn't
the
do
broadcast
shit,
team.
bro.
He's on the broadcast. He's there.
He said
does
he
shit.
interviews like 3 times in this pay-per-view.
Okay, no.
opened the
He doesn't
show.
interview. He hands off the mic for a promo, bro. He's like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm joined here
yeah.
by so-and-so, and then they just take the mic from him, and he stands
Yeah,
there like a
that's true.
punk-ass bitch every time, bro. You can't say
That's
he
true.
interviews.
All right.
Jim Ross ain't leave for WWF yet, so they were like, "Fuck you, Schiavone. We're fine. We got Jim."
Oh,
Big
shit.
old JR.
I do want to make a comment before we even like start. I want to like I don't know if anybody else noticed, but this whole pay-per-view building up to like the main event was like spotless for me at least the whole time like as I was going through this, like even when I watched it the second time, I was like, "Holy shit, bro. There is more shit in this than I noticed the first time." That links all the way to like the beginning, whether it's like a promo or like a move in the match. Like it like caught me off guard just a little bit. I don't know why, but it did. I can't tell you why.
There's a lot of shit like that on this show. So we start off the show with Schiavone and Jim Ross talking like RoboCop is an actual real person and not a movie character, which is crazy. How do you guys feel about the RoboCop locker room?
Dude, I don't even. Okay, so I'll talk about that later. Okay, when we actually get to it. All right, because there's some things I have wrote down, but I also pointed out we're 4 minutes into the pay-per-view. Okay, after all the news clippings, after Schiavone and everything, 4 minutes in, RoboCop's been brought up 5 times.
Yes,
dude.
I'm so glad you said that, bro.
Real excited to see RoboCop here tonight. Great. Okay, fantastic. He's in the title of the freaking pay-per-view.
It's the return of RoboCop.
Yeah, I get that. So I already expect to see RoboCop. You don't gotta hype him up 8 million times in 4 minutes.
He's
He's the
RoboCop.
main character. He's the main character.
It's
bro.
RoboCop.
Nah, bro. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like me and Rob both have the same complaint at the end of this pay-per-view, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Now, I will say, so after Schiavone and JR open the show, they do the national anthem with, like, colors and
Oh,
everything for
bro.
Armed Forces Day. Which, don't say, I mean, I thought that was really cool. Like, you don't see that often at wrestling shows. Like, I thought that was really cool. It's like, oh, cool, it's Armed
That's
Forces
true,
Day, we're
especially
doing the
not
national
now.
anthem. They
Dressed
presented all the
as
colors
the
and everything.
British. They were dressed to fight the British.
No, they were just,
They're ready.
they were normal. They were normal
No.
military
Uh,
outfits.
No,
I
they were
feel
not.
like you.
What?
Avery, it's the 90s, so the military outfits are older.
Dog, I could have sworn they were dressed like they were like being led by like George Washington, bro. Am I tripping right now?
No,
You thought they had the powdered wig gimmicks and shit?
Yeah, I could have sworn they did.
no, it was just,
Dog, bro. Am I tripping? I even wrote it down. I said dress to fight the damn British again? Question mark. I could have sworn. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn they were dressed like listen, man. We can move on. I'm just saying I could have sworn.
I mean, I just thought it was cool they did the national anthem and
It was
presented
good.
colors and everything, and then they just went to the back for Armed Forces Day. Then it moves over to JR and Bob Caudle, which, by the way, before this, I've never heard of Bob Caudle. How long
Me
did he
neither.
commentate for WCW?
Not long.
About to say, I don't.
Or maybe long. I'm about to get cooked for that. Hold on.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know shit. This is the first time I'm watching WCW, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Have to call me out. Call me out on the pod.
everyone knows who JR is. Like, that dude's been in the game for
Of
so long. He
course.
needs to be out of the game now, okay? But I was like, who the hell is Bob Caudle? And, like, he's not bad commentating. What's bad is that the matches he's given to commentate, which we'll get to. Like, a couple of his matches, which it's also hard to commentate against prime JR, okay? Because JR did used to be good at commentating, color commentating.
Yeah, I think JR's fantastic. I think they're both really good. I have
So-
some lines in here from both of them.
So Bob Caudle, he was like one of the main broadcast commentator guys for WCW when they were Jim Crockett Promotions. And he stayed a couple years, and basically until the NWA and WCW's partnership ended.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, he basically left and went to like Smoky Mountain and was basically just kind of pretty much retired. He was at Flair's last match in 2022. Absolute classic that was.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
he
just
was there.
I
for
had
a
never
little
heard
bit.
of him
Classic.
before.
Anyway,
but I have noticed that like these two pair off of each other like NFL commentators. Like JR is a color commentator. He'll sit there and add the flair to the match while Bob Caudle sits there and does play-by-play. Like, oh, he just did this move and this move and this move. So that's why Bob Caudle also kind of flew under the radar for me. I was like, oh, well, he's not fucking blowing my mind with this commentary. That's also not his job. His job is to sit there and be like, oh, yep, he hit an arm drag. All right, that's yep. Like,
yeah, I
that's
thought they
play-by-play.
were pretty good. Commentary
Arm
did
drag.
not offend me at all the entire
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
Anyway, we get to the action, the first bit of action on this pay-per-view,
Yeah.
which is an opening six-man tag between Bam Bam Bigelow, Cactus Jack, and Kevin Sullivan, rest in peace.
Bang, bang.
Recently, rest in peace. Versus the Road Warriors and Norman the Lunatic.
Oh, hold on.
Dude.
You're forgetting. The first team has Sir Oliver Humperdinck with them, and then and then Paul Ellering is with the Road Warriors.
the Road Warriors. Okay,
Dude,
dude.
go ahead.
Here's something that irked me right about this entrance, okay? Whatever. The first team, Bam Bam, Kevin Sullivan, Kagchek, they come out. They do their respective thing. The Road Warriors come in, okay? And these are your badass guys. So tell me why instead of driving the Harleys,
Bro,
they're riding
That's what I'm
bitch.
saying. Bro, I literally wrote this down verbatim of what I thought, bro. I said, oh yeah, the motorcycles. I said, they're on the back?
Bro, they're riding bitch. Norman comes in on a Razor mini scooter. That looks cooler than riding bitch.
That popped me.
Like-
That popped me.
Oh my
Huge pop.
god. I saw that and I was like, these guys suck. I was like, they're going to win this match, but they suck. Dude,
Do you remember Triple H's motorcycle entrance at WrestleMania 33?
No. Was that not the same? Wait, was that the one where he came in?
entrance.
No, that was 35 with Batista.
Was 30 was this the one with
Steph
Rollins.
I would say, was this the one with Stephanie on the back?
Yeah, I think, or she might have been in the ring. I don't know, but he did like a motorcycle entrance like 2 years in a row, and you know how Triple H is. He probably just went back in time and was like, yeah, the Road Warriors can't fucking drive the motorcycles. They have to ride bitch. They're gonna take credit away from me in 30 years.
Dude,
Yeah, I
and,
believe
like,
that.
Dude, motorcycle entrances are badass. Don't get me wrong. But when you're riding the motorcycle, not
Yeah, dude,
riding bitch.
Dude, it had me like as soon as I heard the motorcycles. I mean, I knew it was the Road Warriors, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And then they were on the back, and they weren't even like carrying like flags. They weren't. It was just they were holding on to the guy in front of I don't know.
Yeah,
It
at
was
least they were
weird.
standing. Like if they were sitting, bitch, I would have just turned it off right there. But at least they were standing, bitch. But yeah, they were still riding bitch. Like I was like,
Hey, You want to know who was driving their bike? Norman. He was riding his bicycle, and he had a plastic bag for some reason.
I thought. Well, I have that he's on a Razor mini scooter. I thought he was on a scooter.
I thought he was on a bike.
I thought
It was definitely a scooter. It was definitely a scooter.
He was on like a little Razor mini scooter.
What the hell did I look at?
That's why it popped me, bro. Cause they're showing like the Road Warriors, right? And then all of a sudden they go, and here comes Norman, and like it's quickly him zooming down on a Razor scooter. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was a scooter, and then he had like the plastic bag, like
Yeah.
draped on the fucking handlebar.
Yeah.
I wrote down right after that. Norman can't get his shirt off and has to get help from the Road Warriors. Yeah, he goes to take his shirt off and he's struggling with it, and Hawk and Animal both have to help him pull this shirt off. All before the match starts. Okay, this match is leading up. I'm like, yep, gotta love the 90s. This is peak 90s wrestling right here. Okay.
Hey, listen, all right. For me, I saw Bam Bam, Cactus Jack. I don't really know Kevin Sullivan very well. And then I saw the World Warriors, and I know who Norman is a little bit. Dog, I was like, okay, this match it can't be that bad. Like, I was like, all right, this is gonna be like a good like 3 out of 10, like 3 out of 5. I mean, like I knew it couldn't be like super bad.
Dude, I'm
I thought the match was fine.
I'm circling something in my notes right here that is a common theme in all these tag matches
right.
that I would love. I'm really looking forward to talking about. That
All right,
irks
Ethan,
me.
you want to go ahead and?
I mean, the match was pretty basic and simple. It was just an undercard opening. It was like they went like 10 minutes, nothing offensive, nothing crazy. The Legion of Doom are fucking awesome, and they have always been awesome their entire career. And you could even see it in this match where they really weren't doing anything, just their control and their team ups, their combination moves, even with Norman's dumbass standing with them. They were still fucking kicking ass. And it really helped because Mick Foley was bumping his ass off.
Oh,
like,
Bro.
this
Yes, he was.
whole
Oh
time.
my
yeah.
god, he was, bro.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
So
Like, Mick, this is an opening match on the undercard. Why are you fucking taking stairs to your knees and flipping over?
yeah, bro.
What
So
are you
he
trying to kill
starts with
himself?
I documented. He starts with Animal, right? And they go back and
Yes.
forth a little bit.
It's-
Animal
it's
throws
An-
him in a corner, okay? Hits him with the shittiest big boot I have ever seen. Like, he throws his leg up way too soon. Never touches Foley. So to counteract that, he stiffs Foley with this lariat. Like, hard as hell. I even wrote, gotta love the 90s, because that's all they were doing in the 90s, was stiffing the hell out of each other with lariats.
At least the good ones.
And
Good wrestlers.
Hawk tagged in right after that and continued on with it. But
He did
Road
stiff the
Warriors
fuck
were-
out of him.
like, I even wrote later, like, Cactus Jack. Okay, here's something else that I got really bad about with this match was I wrote, like, Foley, and I wrote Cactus Jack, and I wrote Foley, and I wrote Cactus Jack. And I'm like, okay. But he's getting thrown everywhere, like you fucking brought up, Ethan.
Oh yeah.
Oh
But-
yeah, dude. He was insane.
He was bumping his ass off.
Dude, I want to mention really quickly. So we were talking about how JR was like prime here, brother. He mentions, okay, so where are we at here? Bam tries to do a falling headbutt on the Animal. He misses and then gets clotheslined out. JR then says, Bam used to be a bounty hunter. he goes, Bam Bam used to be a bounty hunter. Very interesting profession. Like, okay,
I wrote that in
dog.
my notes too.
Yep.
Okay,
I
but
put this is what I put. I put JR says Bam Bam was a bounty hunter in all caps.
And he's just like, very interesting profession. And then, okay, oh my god, bro. And then, yeah, hey, Ethan, you can talk about this part, but this is where fucking Foley kills himself for like a good 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Dude, literally, he's bumping around like a maniac, throwing himself over barricades. Like, he's not even letting them do it. He's doing it himself, bro. He's
Okay.
not getting thrown over the barricade. He's jumping over the damn barricade.
so with that Bam Bam thing, dude, before that even happened, he comes in with no tag. I just circled this, said common theme, because throughout this whole pay-per-view, you're going to notice fake tags and the ref
I wrote that
missing
down.
real tags
No, just
all
wait.
the time.
There's a match later that I'm going to bitch about it really bad because
Like-
there's a specific moment where it really pisses me off. But go ahead, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I even
continue.
wrote down, Bam Bam comes in with no tag, question mark? But I did notate, you're bringing up how Foley's bumping. Foley hits a hot shot cutter on Norman. This shit's sick, bro. He hops right over the top rope and hot shot cutters fucking Norman. Like, I was like, God damn. Like, because the whole time I'm like, God damn, Cactus Jack, you suck, bro. All you're doing is throwing your body around. Then he hit that. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I paused and rewound it like 3 times, bro, because okay, so this is what I have. Like, okay, so they double team Sullivan, they tag in Jack, whatever, and then he does some offense, and then it like leads to a double axe handle off the top rope, and then out of nowhere he just hits like, what did you describe it as? Because I wrote down a top rope stunner out to the outside is what I
said
wrote
hot
here.
shot cutter because when you hang someone up on the top ropes from the outside, that's a hot shot, but he's like doing it cutter like stunner style, so I'm like hot shot cutter, hot shot stunner,
brother.
whatever. Like it was crazy. Like I have never seen anything like that before.
JR also called it a neck breaker, by the way.
Well, JR sucks. We've been over this. Dude,
Respect JR.
the ending to this match pisses me off.
All right, let's let Ethan walk us through the rest of the match real quick before we give final thoughts.
Well, I mean, the basic gist, it's a basic opening tag. After, all the spots we've talked about and the spots, being intertwined, it was basically the heels were getting heat on Norman, all building up to a hot tag from the Road Warriors, which Animal got. From there, it broke out into a big-ass brawl, which included a lot of the spots that we just talked about. I have in my notes, I don't really remember all the details, but apparently Hawk threw steps at Cactus Jack. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
He did not get disqualified though.
No, he did not, but he fucking threw the damn steps at Cactus Jack.
I think I
Somebody
might have
on-
missed. I don't think I wrote it. I don't think I wrote it down here because this is when they Animal runs wild. Yeah, okay, yeah. I might have.
So
I don't
this
think
is
I wrote
Animal
it down.
attacking Foley, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No,
these two.
no, it's Hawk.
Oh, it's Hawk. Okay, so
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the brawl. Okay, sorry, I forgot where I was in my
All
notes.
right,
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
okay, that brawl pisses me off. That's what I'm gonna end up talking about. Okay, so I don't go through the rest of the match, Ethan, if you got more.
I have
Real quick.
the finish.
Somebody
for it,
on
TK.
commentary, I think it was JR. He says those stairs have got to weigh over 100 pounds. I don't think those stairs weighed over 100 pounds.
Oh my
Hawk,
God!
Dude, imagine a kayfabe. JR's like, oh my God, Hawk just picked up 100 pounds. God damn it. I love wrestling. Wrestling's great.
All right, Ethan, you got anything more about this fucking match before I go off about this brawl?
Just the finish was Hawk hitting a leaping clothesline for the win.
Okay,
I'll let
here's-
you go through the full finish. Give your
Okay,
thoughts.
this brawl is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It doesn't look it's not fearsome in the slightest. But what irks me the most is I had to go back and rewatch this 3 times because JR lies. Okay. Animal and Foley are legal in this match. But Hawk hits Kevin Sullivan with that stupid ass lariat. It pins him and gets the win. And JR, I literally wrote down, had to rewatch because JR said Hawk was legal. No, the fuck he wasn't. Not once was he legal, nor was Kevin Sullivan legal. Neither one of them tagged in. What happened was all 6 men are in the ring, and they're just duking it out, and they fucking, 4 of them go to the outside, and then Hawk hits this lariat off from the top rope and pins Kevin Sullivan. That's the end of the match.
Dog, I thought I was so disappointed because I was like, okay, this is this is a Road Warriors match. We're gonna get a Doomsday device, right? And I saw Hawk going up to the top rope, and I thought to myself, I said, okay, where's Animal? Like, what are we doing here? And then he just does it, and I'm like, huh? And then Rob, you actually like hurt my brain because I actually forgot about the fact he wasn't actually legal, and I was so focused on the fact that I didn't get a Doomsday device in the match, and I completely forgot about the fact that he was not tagged in.
Him or Kevin Sullivan, bro. They were both fucking illegal. Animal and Foley are still the legal men, okay? They started the match. They should have ended the match. But instead, they're outside fucking killing themselves while fucking Hawk hits...
For the love of the game, brother.
Hawk hits the device. There's no doomsday about it. To fucking Kevin Sullivan.
So after the match ends, Kevin Sullivan is like refusing to get out of the ring for some reason. I don't know where that went or if it even went anywhere. But then we go to clearly the match of the night. I know everybody looked at this card and was like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to watch that."
Bro,
we got Mean Mark versus Johnny Ace.
Mean Mark with Teddy Long.
Yes!
With Theodore R. Long.
Yeah.
Bro.
Theodore, okay. I got more to put on
Bro, hold
Theodore
on.
Long.
Could I please give me the floor, please? I need just a moment to just give my full...
Can I
like
Is this for the match? Because I wrote like, dude, just in the entrance alone, I was like, why is Taker in trunks, bro? He's like wearing assless chaps with trunks, and I'm like,
hell yeah.
I don't like this.
TJ, were you gonna say something real quick?
I wanted to add something about the last match real quick. Something that was going through my mind the entire time I was watching it is the King Ghidorah meme, where it's the two serious faces and the one goofy face. Both teams had that. Like, it was Norman for one team and Kevin Sullivan for the other.
Respect Kevin Sullivan.
What? I respect Kevin Sullivan, but I feel like he
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
I mean, in terms of the match, yeah, he didn't really do much.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's getting up there in age at that point.
That's the only thing I've been given for.
I don't know. Norman kind of put in his moves though during that match. I felt like a little bit, but then I guess he did get the heat built on him for like a good second, and he didn't. Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. He didn't really do.
His comedy was fine.
All right, please let me.
Let's keep talking about Mean Mark with the assless chaps.
Bro, please.
Okay, and before we even go on, I just want to preface, like, I know you guys are gonna fucking punk on this. I thought this was actually not that bad of a match.
This was trash.
No, hold on. Listen. Okay, I want to give my preference as like because okay, you guys know, but Undertaker. Mean Mark was my dad's favorite wrestler growing up. Okay, so when I grew up. Mean Mark and then Undertaker was like all I saw. So when I saw this match, I said, "Fuck yes, let's go! I'm getting some Mean Mark." Okay, and I just want to preference what I heard on commentary. Okay, so he first of all, okay, this man is specializing the heart punch in Japan. By the way, just want to preface that. Hold on, oh, I'm not done yet. Commentary then goes on to say that he was the 1986 MVP in the Lone Star Conference in basketball. Okay, he doesn't like anybody. His favorite pet is a snake. His favorite singer is Ozzy Osbourne, who is the guy that bites the heads off bats. Bro, I was in tears just listening to JR mundanely just throw that out there. Like, yeah, he's just Ozzy Osbourne's the guy that just, bites the heads off bats. And
they had to make him sound fearsome.
I literally put JR gives Taker shit for listening to Ozzy Osbourne. Acting like he's like the Antichrist. Fucking talking like Ozzy Osbourne is a sick fuck. I mean, I guess he kind of is. But still. Johnny Ace looks like a fucking douchebag. I mean, he always has, but it's like pretty prominent here.
Was it TJ who didn't know this was John?
No, it was me. I didn't know. I did not know that. I did not know it was John Laurinaitis. When I rewatched it, whole different feeling on the match.
People power.
So I mean, Yeah, they go. Yeah, I mean Johnny Ace looks like a douchebag. Mean Mark comes out with Theodore R. Long.
Eddie's the best part of the match, by the way.
But I don't think this is a bad match. I really don't. Like, it's got some moments. Like, dude, the first thing that I wrote down is Ace flies over the top rope like Foxy from FNAF 2. Because he does. He jumps straight over the top rope. And the best part is he fucking... I keep writing down Taker because I don't feel like writing down Mean Mark. But he flies over, dives on Taker, okay? And Cottle goes, oh, well, and like Mean Mark's getting up, and Bob Cottle goes, when he turned around, there was Ace coming in his face. I'm like, bro, I had to rewatch that to make sure that's what was said.
Bro, Johnny Ace was not. He was somehow a worse wrestler than he was at his talent relations job, which, I mean, if you considering the details about that says a lot. He literally tries and fails to start his own chant in this match.
Oh my god. And I'm not gonna say yeah, I'll wait, because go ahead, continue. I'm gonna keep my thoughts for a second.
As I said a minute ago, Teddy is the best part of the match. The best part of, honestly, one of the best parts of the whole show. He was making my ass laugh the whole time.
Oh my god, bro! Well, he manages like 4 of these. He manages for 3 of the matches and is in 1 of the matches. Like,
yeah,
this
Teddy's
dude
putting
ran
in work.
WCW.
Literally nobody on the hard cam section is even watching this. Like, you could just watch if you don't even pay attention to Mean Mark and Johnny Ace. Everybody that you can see in the crowd is literally just either sitting there and, like, this is 1990. It's not like they whip out their phones and start playing, whatever. They're literally just sitting. They would much rather sit there and talk to themselves than watch this fucking match. That's how bored they were. And honestly, I don't blame them. Don't blame them at all.
Oh shit. Okay, I want to mention that this, from the get-go, so at first when Mark does this elbow drop, I don't know if anybody else noticed. This man jumped like 6 feet in the air for this elbow drop, okay? And I thought to myself, I was like, hey, that kind of looked all right. And then
Dude, he lands like knee first.
Hold on. And then it gets worse, because then he hits him with like the clothesline. This man jumped so high for this fucking clothesline, man. And then, this is I know this is gonna get Ethan riled up. They do the arm gimmick after he hits him with this clothesline on. They do the arm gimmick on Johnny, I believe.
The 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit is so stupid. If they don't respond once, they're already unconscious. They're not gonna fucking wake up. Like, that's bullshit. Why are you giving them 3? They can't defend themselves. Call the fight,
dude.
This is wrestling. I get it. It was fucking stupid.
I didn't even have shit to fucking write about this match, but I had shit to write about the commentary. Because JR saying shit like, oh, Mean Mark's hobby growing up was being a bully. What the fuck is...
I missed that one.
And the whole time he's sitting here like Bob Cottle will be like, oh, that was a heavy hit. Where's that at on the slam-o-meter, JR?
Oh my god.
Don't even get me started on this. JR's like, it's still calibrating. They talk about the slam-o-meter every time someone fucking bumps this match, dude. That's all they're talking about is this fucking slam-o-meter. All right. I also wrote down RoboCop on the side of the paper. So I don't know if one of the commentators slipped up trying to say RoboCop. It said RoboCop.
Probably fucking JR.
We got RoboCop coming out later tonight.
The early
this is the first time they show his locker room, by the way.
It was after the match, yes.
Yeah.
I also got down here. I did pop for this because Mean Mark Samoa Joe's Ace's dropkick. Like, Ace goes for a dropkick and Mean Mark just walks away. I'm like, yeah,
dude,
bro.
Taker is trying his hardest. This is the hardest I've ever seen this man work,
bro,
to not take a bump. He did not want to bump for Johnny Ace at all. He was doing as little as possible. He said, I am not giving this fucking but I'm not giving him shit. He's stinking up All Japan. I am not putting him over in DC. He said,
He's got
"Fuck
2
that."
5-star matches in All Japan.
Does he really, TJ?
Yeah.
Against
I-
who?
What, fucking multi-man tags with like some of the greatest.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
pro
tag team
wrestlers
matches
ever.
with Mitsuharu Misawa and.
Oh my
Nakayama.
god! He's got
And,
5-star matches with one of the greatest
Luger.
wrestlers of all time. What?
And the other one is Kenta Kobashi and Misawa.
No way, bro. This guy was on the tailcoats.
Oh
But hold
my
on, bro.
gosh.
Hold on. I want to mention
Their
2 things
backs
real
are
quick before
aching.
we. I want to mention 2 more things, and then y'all can take over because I know Rob's gonna say more about my 3rd thing than I am. But okay, so one, I want to just say I wrote down after. After Mark hits this huge ass leg drop that I was like, I literally wrote down homage to Hogan because he did this jumping leg drop that I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
The leg drop a do.
And then, oh my god, bro, oh my god.
Let's
so,
go.
so Teddy throughout the match keeps hitting Johnny like to get heat. And then so like Johnny's like hung up like 619 style on the rope. And like Teddy pulls his whole head down and chokes him, and then like he goes to like situate himself after he's done with that. And JR word for word, okay, says Theodore, and Theodore loses his hat. He might lose he might lose more than that tonight. And then Bob goes, oh my god, he goes, he might be a skinhead after tonight. And JR. On Night Mama goes, he pretty much is already, Bob. Just a bit of a little trim. I was like, no.
Oh my god.
That's great.
I had to rewind to make sure that I heard, what is it, Bob Caudle? I had to make sure that he just called Theodore
Long. Oh
He's
my
skinhead, bro.
God.
Dude, I
like,
literally,
there's no way.
you brought up him fucking whenever Ace was on the ground, fucking stomping at him and shit. I popped every single time Teddy did that, and I literally put in the notes in all caps, "Yeah, Teddy kicked the shit out of him." So that was a big highlight of the match. The
Alright.
finish is Mark winning with the top rope elbow, and Johnny Ace fucking kicked out after the 3. Like, brother, you ain't saving nothing. You ain't putting yourself over.
Oh, but do you know
Fuck
what
off.
that elbow drop landed on the slam-o-meter? It landed a
Oh
whopping
my-
8.2
8.2.
on the
damn it.
slam-o-meter. You know what's great about this slam-o-meter? They don't use it again for the whole pay-per-view, bro. They hyped it up this whole match. It lands an 8.2
still
with this
calibrated.
shitty-ass elbow drop. Yeah, it's still calibrated.
You know
And
what's
then they don't
crazy?
use it again.
They broke it. They broke the damn slamometer.
With
That
an
elbow drop was
8.2,
too damn-
they broke it with an 8.2.
It's a prototype.
God damn.
It's still
I wanna-
calibrated.
I want to mention that the last match was under 10 minutes. This one was almost 11, and this match felt way longer than that last match.
It
True.
by
felt
like
45 years.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I literally wrote down this went on way too long.
Oh, don't even worry about it because it gets
Oh,
worse.
brother, I
Gets
have so
worse.
much to say about this next match.
So
Um,
Johnny Ace, I have nothing to say about this next match. So Johnny Ace kicks out after 3. What the fuck? I saw that and I'm like, what in the fucking SmackDown versus Raw 2006 is going on here, bro? Because that shit would happen all the time in SBR 2006.
He's trying to fucking protect himself.
Well, he
Taking
should have
a-
kicked out
taking
before.
a
he
loss.
did
I don't.
he did monkey flip Mark out of the corner, and then he got hit with the heart punch. You know,
That move sucks. Okay, by the way.
it does. It sucks so
Like
bad.
JR sitting here the whole time, it's like the heart punch. I don't know what the fuck that is, and I'm like, oh damn. And then he does the heart punch. I'm like, that is the heart punch.
Punches him in the heart.
I thought he was about to pin him right there, and the match is gonna be over. I was like, motherfucker. And he hit the elbow drop. I'm like, okay. And then they were like 8.2 on the
8.2.
slam-o-meter.
8.2. Did you guys notice that me and Mark only had one MMA glove on? That
Yes.
bothered me. I don't know why.
Did he really?
But- yeah, he only had one glove on. I don't know why that bothered me so
And
much.
it's on his off hands. That way he has an exposed hand for the heart punch.
a heart punch.
I'm
brother.
serious.
All right, Ethan, you want to take us to the next one?
So after this match ends, they go to a Rock and Roll Express promo. They are wrestling
Wait.
a corporal punishment tag team match later tonight against the Freebirds, which is basically like a weird ass strap match that we'll get to. But during this promo, the Rock and Roll Express are just phenomenal. They're phenomenal tag wrestlers. They're phenomenal promos, especially Ricky Morton. That is like the main note that I took away from this promo. Ricky Morton is a hell of a promo.
Okay,
Hell of a
so
babyface.
before that, you skipped a major part. We see Sting in RoboCop's locker room.
Oh yeah, the joint locker room with the security guards.
How could you
Okay.
skip that?
So I wrote down, somebody's using an angle grinder because all you hear in this locker room is like, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? What's going on in there? I know they ain't building RoboCop.
They're repairing
Right, that makes
RoboCop.
so much more sense.
With an angle grinder, bro. I would
They're
understand some like little whizzing. This is an angle grinder, bro. This is what you hear when you're cutting metal.
They're trimming them up, getting them leaner.
That makes so much more sense. In my notes, I thought it was a kazoo.
No, it's a fucking angle
What?
grinder.
What?
I thought someone had a kazoo.
You thought Edge and Christian was back there playing kazoos? Oh my lord!
Like, how did security let that pass?
Fucking
Don't
dream. Fucking dream blunt rotation. Sting, RoboCop, Edge and Christian with kazoos. What a night!
Fuck yeah, sign me up.
Oh no! When he said the, oh, and then don't forget Sting says he's here to protect all the little stingers, and the Four Horsemen are threatening the little stingers.
Oh yeah, the little stingers.
I don't know if I would have wanted to be a little stinger.
Little stinger. You gotta watch your back if you're a little stinger.
All right. What about this third match, guys?
Hold on, wait.
Okay,
Hold
we're
on.
still talking about the backstage.
No.
segment?
No. I want to talk about the promo. I want to follow up. Ethan is correct. Ricky Morton is such a promo here. But did anybody else get so fucking annoyed that Gibson would not stop doing these fucking hand signals? Bro, I'm like trying to listen. I'm like, oh yeah, Ricky, yeah, tell him. And I'm like, bro, Gibson, stop! Like, he's over here doing all kinds of unknown sign language. He's doing the Fortnite emote where, he's doing like the hand signals, bro. I was like,
my
oh,
God.
brother.
Look, when you got Ricky Morton as your tag team partner, you don't got to do shit.
He was doing too much. He could have just stood there, bro.
So after the promo, we get to the worst match of this entire fucking show.
This is the match of the night, brother.
Which is a whopping 18 minutes long.
Dude, this match.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Who is in charge? And this is gonna sound really stupid. Who is in charge of WCW at this time? This is.
Was it Cornette?
Oh, it's Crockett.
Is it
Oh,
Crockett
No, it's
still?
not.
Because
No,
it's NWA, correct?
This is after. This is after Ted Turner buys them. So this is like WCW, but they're still working with the NWA.
Well, this is why WCW fails, because of bullshit like this, bro. I'm tired of this shit. As soon as
who was booking.
As soon as I saw fucking Captain D's fucking Mike Rotunda, bro, I was checked out. I knew this match was bad from the get-go,
You
bro.
got Wildfire
Bray
Tommy
Wyatt's daddy.
Rich and Captain IRS versus fucking Fatu and Samoan Savage.
The Samoa SWAT team.
But
That badass name. I'll give it to him. I like that
True.
name. The Samoan SWAT team is kind of fire.
But it's because of stupid padding moments. Like, dude, okay, the start of the match, like before they even get started, SST's over here trying to do their Samoan ceremony.
Oh, brother. Oh,
But, dude,
too long.
the crowd keeps interrupting, but Tommy Rich keeps whistling. Like, constantly. And they're like, let us do our Samoan ceremony. And they finally, oh my god, they finally get done with it. They start the match. And it's Samoan Savage versus Tommy Rich. And they tie up. And they break apart. Samoan Savage is like, he's pulling my hair.
Yeah, bro. Immediately. Bro. This is the epitome of the match, bro. This is the epitome of the match. Is literally it is. Oh my god. It is a triple threat tag team match. It is Mike Rotunda and Tommy Rich versus the Samoan SWAT team versus the refs in this ref in this match, bro. Because this man had to have a headache after this match, bro.
Dude, so they tie up.
Oh
and
my
they
god.
break, and then Samoan Savage goes, he's pulling my hair. They tie up again. And they break. Samoan Savage goes, "He's pulling my hair." And they tie up again. They break apart, and the ref looks at Fatu, who goes, "He's pulling his hair." I'm like, dude, this match stinks.
Bro, it stunk up.
Go ahead, Ethan.
Are you ready for me now?
Yeah, you go ahead, brother. You take the floor.
All right. So this entire match, 18 minutes. All it was one giant fucking heat segment. That's all it was. That's all they did. Tommy Rich looks like the most generic 80s wrestler ever. I could not have picked this guy out of a lineup, out of the top guys back then. Okay, I don't know why he decided that long blonde hair was a good idea when there's Ric fucking Flair on your roster, but whatever.
And Johnny Ace.
The GOAT.
Honestly, Johnny Ace looks like fucking prime Steve Austin compared to this Tommy Rich guy in this match.
Hold on. There are, let's think. 1, 2, 3. There's like five long blonde hair guys on this fucking pay-per-view. And you know what's funny? I'm not even including Tommy Rich. I don't think.
Yeah. And Tommy Rich is the most boring out of all of them. So Mike Rotunda, he's a beast. Okay, he was fucking awesome. As much as he could be in this match, it was awesome, and he tried. He couldn't do much about it. I put the Samoa SWAT team bitching about non-existent hair pulling, so I'm glad you brought that up,
dude.
I
got something to say about Mike Rotunda when you get done here in a second. Because
one of the saddest parts was Tommy Rich endlessly clapping on the apron, like trying to get the crowd up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get the crowd hyped endlessly. He does this shit for 15 minutes, and it does not work. And all I felt was I was like half amused and half just sad. Because this jackass was like he would not stop, just over and clap. And bro, these people were sitting on their damn hands. They were like, fuck this match. It was awful.
All right.
We paid for this?
Dude, the only thing that sorry. I'm only going to say one thing really quickly. The only thing that kept me in this match was Samoan Twin Magic, bro. That was the only thing that I was like...
Well, and I'm going to talk about that. We going to get there.
Go ahead.
So Samoan Savage and Tommy Rich start the match. And then they both tag out. Okay, you got Mike Rotunda and Fatu. Mike Rotunda for a good 3 minutes as they're circling the ring. Mind you, I love this for like a couple times. He's doing the old fucking bicep slap, chest slap. Homie does this for 3 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Fatu extends his hand to shake his hand, and Mike Rotunda like sticks his hand out for a second and then slaps his biceps. And I'm like, oh my god.
No bread, no water.
He
just
doing
meat.
Fatu does it again, extends his hand again, and Mike Rotunda like touches his hand, like almost daps him up, and then goes back to slapping his biceps. And you know what Fatu does? I wouldn't even blame him. Fatu throat chops him, not once but twice. He hits his ass with the don't, bitch, don't fucking bicep slap me for 3 minutes.
Yeah, you fucking with
but
Rikishi, bro.
I will say, after that, Mike Rotunda hits 2 really clean standing drop kicks. Which really shocked me. I was like, man, this dude sucks. And then he hits those 2 drop kicks. I'm like, okay, take it back. When he's not sitting here wasting time slapping his chest for no damn reason, he actually is kind of good. I literally said match was all right, ending was mid because it was just it was a fucking roll up, wasn't it?
No, let me tell you about this fucking ending. Okay?
No, dude, this ending.
I wrote about
this
it.
ending is awesome. Get ready for this.
This entire match is a fucking heat segment. They're getting heat on Mike Rotunda for the last like 15 minutes. And it finally builds up to the Tommy Rich hot tag that he was unable to get anybody hyped for. He gets tagged in,
And
does
the ref
4
misses
moves, moves, and then loses.
Dude, well, but before that, they're hyping him up, and fucking Fatu distracts the ref, and Rotunda makes the ref's not even distracted. Samoan Savage's fat ass is just in. No, Samoan Savage is just in the way, and Rotunda does get the tag off on Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich comes in and starts wailing on him. The ref is like, "Get the fuck back in your corner," and I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, that's that's the fake out that they did during the heat segment. I'm talking about the ending where they finally build up. All this time was spent building up for this hot tag, and he immediately lost. This was a waste of time. It was a waste of 18 minutes on pay-per-view, and all 4 of these guys should be ashamed of their performances. Thank you. Next. Bad.
I feel like Mike Rotunda shouldn't be ashamed other than his fucking biceps.
No, I think he tried his ass off.
That dude was working. He was bumping. He was fucking.
He was trying.
The rest of
Go
them,
ahead, TJ.
The rest of them suck.
I want to hear what TJ.
I'm being too harsh on Mike Rotunda, but fuck everybody.
Go ahead, TJ. I want to hear what you got to say. You have anything on this?
Yeah, it sucked. I had something in mind, but something I had to say is Rikishi. He did not have enough ass in this match, so that's all I have to say. Like, there's not enough ass shown.
Needed more of that fat Samoan ass.
All I wrote at the end of this match was, "I want my time back, please."
Yeah, I was trying to find the clip of.
You want your time back after this match? Just wait for the next match.
See, no, okay, no. Hold on, wait. We'll wait till we get back to that. We'll wait. All right, go ahead and get us into the next thing, Ethan.
No, there wasn't
the Steiner's promo.
Oh yeah, the Steiner promo.
Yeah. This shit was ass.
The Steiners have a promo. Basically, the point of the promo was saying that they were going to beat Doom's ass later, which is Ron Simmons and
Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Butch Reed.
Oh my god, these guys are fucking jacked.
Pretty nothing promo. But after that, it's the marquee match of the evening.
Dude,
Paul Ellering versus Teddy Long in a hair versus hair match.
Dude, I literally in my notes, like, all of these have been like match number, whatever. I put match number 4? Question mark? Because like I was like, does this fucking count?
Hold on. First of all, you're missing. Missy Hyatt walks out. Oh, woof. Hell yeah.
Yeah, because she's the announcer. But so Paul Ellering's already in the ring. Okay, and he's just there. He's jacked. He's fucking humongous. Okay,
it's precious.
Teddy.
He's precious Paul Ellering. Okay, and he's jacked. Teddy comes out with this fucking he comes out with a robe, some headgear, some boxing gloves, looking like he's straight out of.
He's
Rocky.
Apollo Creed.
Okay,
he's Apollo Creed,
and he gets announced as
Let's go.
Theodore R, aka Sugar Ray Long.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about this match, and then I'm gonna need you to clarify something for me because I feel like I missed something in this, and I need someone else to reiterate something for me later when we get.
I don't have much to report because my very first line says this match was ass. That's all I had, bro. I got some other things, but
yeah, I don't have a lot of notes. I don't have a lot of notes either. One thing I do want to call out is Teddy hits a fucking wind-up punch in this match, by the way.
Dude,
I'm talking like Avery playing JR in WWE 12. Full wind-up, fucking multiple rotations.
Bro. That shit had, dude, when I tell you, I wrote down I'm cackling because I was, bro. That shit, dude, I immediately jumped out of my seat laughing, bro. Because he said, oh.
So...
Yeah, that shit was
I
awesome.
genuinely feared for Teddy's arm at one point. So obviously he has the loaded glove, but Paul Ellering goes to like pull the glove off, uses his shoulder, but when he first takes Teddy's arm, Teddy's elbow is on his shoulder, and if Paul would have yanked straight down, he would just snap Teddy's arm right there, and I'm like, oh. And then finally, like Teddy turns his arm, I'm like, oh, thank God.
So I'm so baffled by this. Okay, someone help me out here. So Teddy, like, hits him. He gets the 2 count, right? And then Paul gets one of the gloves off, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's going to put the glove on. He's going to punch Teddy with it.
That's not what he does.
But he swings it like it's a grocery bag. And it's Teddy. Teddy is ice cold out, bro. Teddy just...
Yeah, there's something in the glove. That was the gimmick.
But like, I understand that.
Glove? I said
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what was in the. They never specified what was in the glove.
Like, it looked like a brake pad fell out of the loaded glove. Like it. That's what it looked like. It looked like a brake pad.
I couldn't even see what it was. Anything. As soon as the match ends, this hairstylist dude wasted
Pounces,
It was like,
Dude,
it
he
was
did.
ding, ding, ding. He was waiting all fucking night
ready.
for this. He was chomping at the bit. He was like, man, I'm so ready. I'm gonna shave
He
one
was
of
at
these
the edge of the
motherfuckers
seat.
bald.
Dude, they literally, like, Bob Cottle's like,
With
well, now they're going to
clippers.
have to get Teddy unconscious in the chair. And that dude pounces on him, and JR's like, he don't need no chair. He's going after him right now. I'm like,
Dude, he did. He came off camera and
Oh,
started getting at him, bro.
so, yeah, Teddy's iced out. Okay. And he finally comes to, realizes he got no hair, and starts, like, fucking hugging the ref to fucking cover his head. And the ref's like, get the fuck off me. I just put 1 out of
First of
10
all-
comedy match. I was like,
Yeah, it was pretty
First of
funny.
all, he didn't even have any hair to begin with at the top.
True. He
I mean-
really didn't.
Both guys ended up bald anyway. So
Yeah.
Okay. This
Womp
next promo, bro,
oh,
had
my
me
God.
ready to run through a fucking wall, bro. These guys.
With how shit it
were-
was, or
Mm.
fucking.
What are you talking, dude? I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's set the stage here. So after the match is over, and they fucking give a rape style haircut to fucking Teddy Long because he's unconscious. The Four Horsemen come out.
Yeah.
Well, three
Arn.
horsemen come out.
No, it's 4. It's 4.
It's
Nope,
the Four Horsemen. Listen,
Sid
guys.
is with them at this time.
Yes, it's only
Avery.
Sid, Arn Anderson, and Ole Anderson at this point.
Oh, yeah,
Rick
yeah,
is
yeah,
not
you're
on
right.
camera yet.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So they start the promo.
Oh,
Talking
R.I.P.
about-
Sid Vicious, by the way. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Facts.
Yeah, R.I.P.
They start the promo talking about Lex Luger, who Flair's defending the title against later, and they hype up Flair. And then Ric Flair enters. And oh my god. Ric Flair, legit one of the greatest of all time.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, I was ready to run through a fucking wall, dude. When I tell you guys, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but WCW, like the Horseman brother, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, but I literally wrote down the Horsemen are the fucking badass motherfuckers, and I wrote down each of their names, and then I wrote Sid Vicious, R.I.P., and I was like, these guys are the real fucking deal because I don't know what it is. Ollie was okay. Arn, as soon as Arn started talking, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. And then he pulls Rick in. Oh, bro.
Dude, the only
Block
thing I wrote
Anderson.
down out of this was that Ric Flair has a voice crack, like in the middle of it. He's that hyped up because he's like, you understand what I'm telling you?
Dude,
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
Ric Flair.
he's the
Ric
guy.
Flair. He's so good.
He was hyped up.
He's fucking going off about this match. He's going off about Lex Luger. I'm about ready to rip my fucking shirt off my back and run through my fucking wall at fucking 9 a.m. on like a Saturday whenever I was watching this.
All right.
And he basically says he's gonna break Lex Luger's leg in the steel cage match later.
All right.
Woo!
Fifth match of the night. Who wants to lead us off on this fucking match?
I mean,
You don't
me or
want me to
Ethan
do
can.
it.
I can.
All right. I'm excited. All right.
Me
This is
too.
gonna be
Go
a
for it,
fun one
brother.
to talk about. I want to go around to everybody, and I just want you
Ooh.
to tell me if this match, what you thought about this match, like just quick, like say, if I get to you, just say like it sucked or it was great or whatever. Just
Okay.
everybody. I want to go around and do everybody. Okay, so Rob, what do you think?
It was boring. The first part of it like had me engaged, but it got boring really fast.
Avery.
I thought this match was big hype. I enjoyed this match.
TJ.
I really enjoyed this match.
This match
Uh,
was fucking awesome.
That's
Yeah,
what
Brian
I'm
Pillman.
saying.
Yeah,
Dude, I
Brian
thought-
Pillman was awesome.
I think Pillman was MVP of the fucking match,
Yeah,
and I think
and-
Z-Man. I don't remember Z-Man
okay.
at all.
Set the
But-
stage. We gotta set the stage. So this match is a NWA United States Tag Team Title match. It is Flying
United
Brian
States.
and the Z-Man. Did I say that?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it's weird that it's United States.
Oh,
Yeah,
you thought you had me thinking I fucked up.
No, you're good.
No, it's
Sorry,
N-
Poppy.
NWA
but
United
yeah,
States. Yeah.
It's Flying Brian and the Z-Man versus the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane with
Yeah.
Jim Cornette locked in a shark cage.
Fuck Jim C.
Beautiful Bobby and Stunning Stan. Is that their names?
Yeah.
Bobby eating
The
the
work-
pussy.
I'm gonna go through my. Just let me talk about this match real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. So this match was fucking awesome. If you want to chime in, you can. Jim Cornette, who's supposed to be in the cage, like that's the gimmick or whatever, he's refusing to go in,
dude.
Which it makes sense. You know, he's the heel manager, and then the referee clotheslines him.
Oh my god, I brought that up. So before that even happened, so
he shoulder checked him. I didn't think it was a clothesline.
No, it was clothesline.
It looked like a clothesline to me, brother.
Jim Cornette's supposed to be locked in the cage. JR notes that the cage has a big wide door so Cornette can fit in.
That shit was awesome. Also, come to find out, this was just I don't know if this will change your notes at all, but I know they had a lot bigger plan for Jim Cornette, but the cage that they used for him was gimmicked for RoboCop later. So like Jim Cornette literally could not do anything without breaking the fucking cage.
Yep.
So like I might have been a good thing for this match, honestly, that they didn't have to do a bunch of the gimmick shit with the cage.
But yeah,
the opening of the referee fucking he said, "You will get in this damn cage."
Yeah, bro. I even noted referee hits Cornette with the clothesline from hell, bro. He fucking rocked that motherfucker, and Cornette bumps, bro. That motherfucker jumps in the air and fucking.
He had no choice.
Better respect that clothesline, brother.
Look, man, I hate Jim Cornette, but I mean, he was good in his role
and
as a heel manager.
Pillman and Z-Man put Cornette in the cage.
Yeah. Did they push the cage all the way up to like the entrance?
Yeah, they
then
did.
Push it all the way back.
Well, so it wasn't at the entrance. It was like this weird middle ground between the actual like stage and the end of the ramp. There was like this little alcove area.
And yeah, then they move it, right?
Yeah, they move it to that area, and then they move it back to the like that's.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Alrighty, think continue. Oh.
Couldn't have just left the fucking cage in the same spot.
Okay, so
they were just moving for the fuck of it.
I gotta notate here because I'm a huge pronunciation guy. Brian Pillman's name is Flyin' Brian, no G. Okay.
Yeah.
And I notate that Flyin' Brian has been called Brian Pillman and Flying Brian in this match, but not Flyin' Brian once. And he never gets called Flyin' Brian at any point between JR and Bob Caudle. That just irked me a bit.
Well, he was flying in this match. So.
Oh, he was flying.
Oh, yeah, he was.
But he was flying. But his name's not Flying Brian, okay? Don't put a G on the fucking on flying. Make sure it's an apostrophe. Flying Brian. Or just call him Brian.
All right, so I'm just going to call out some shit that I liked. Z-Man, they did the spot where Z-Man slingshots Pillman over the fucking ropes. And he hits a double clothesline on him. That shit kicked ass.
Yeah.
Pillman and Z-Man, both of them. I mean, they're obviously a little green, but like all the shit that they're green about or with, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane are so fucking good that it completely covers it. So you got them fucking controlling the match, getting everything set up, and then Pillman and Z-Man are just flying like fucking crazy, especially for the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that down. Brian hits a cool double flying clothesline. Oh, and then right after that, I put Jim Cornette is such a wiener.
Dude, Pillman was going crazy this whole time, just fucking crazy move after crazy move. Literally, I just had to write in my notes. Pillman is fucking awesome. He was fucking awesome.
I was very impressed.
So this match
was great in this match.
They brought up something in commentary this match that I constantly forget was the thing back in the 90s. Pillman gets dumped over the top rope, and JR brings up like, "Oh, that should have been a DQ, but the ref didn't see it happen." I completely forgot that throwing someone over the top rope back in the 90s was a disqualification. I completely forgot that.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh my god!" Right before that, I put a lot of arm drags because there definitely was a
time
in this match where there was a lot of arm drags.
I wrote they were all fucking clean.
Oh, they were clean arm drags, but holy shit, move variety -10.
I wrote down Z-Man loves arm drags.
Bro, he fucking does.
Look, he's green, bro. He's green.
Okay, I don't know if this comparison.
Arm drag, brother.
I don't know if this comparison is gonna sound bad, but when I was watching Brian and Z-Man, I literally, it could just be me. I was like, okay, these guys are like, they're not on the same level. These guys, okay, the guys I'm about to mention, they're not on the same level, but they gave me the same vibes as Benoit and Jericho, just being very full of energy and like fucking just on 24.
Intense.
Yes. Oh my god, bro. I was in love. Dude, ever since the double fucking the rope slingshot, dude, I was in, bro. They had me fucking locked in the rest of this match.
Yeah, Brian and Z-Man.
On the first part is kind of crazy.
Fucking kick. Well, what are you? Do you think we are
I'm
the
just kidding.
Federation?
I'm just
We can talk about Benoit.
So Pillman and Bobby
kidding.
are doing some shit on the outside, right? Pillman eats the railing and gets busted open.
Oh, hard style.
Oh, sorry. Sorry if I'm cutting you off, bro. I've just remembered looking through my notes, bro. Brian. Okay, so Stan. Who is this? Fuck. Hold on.
Beautiful Bobby.
No.
Bobby in the pussy.
God damn. Hold on.
Stunning
Shut
Steiner?
up, TJ.
Yeah. Either way,
My bad.
whoever
Stunning
ends up
Steiner?
in the ring at that time, he's like standing there. Hold on. I just clicked on my fucking notes and fucked all my notes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, bro, he's standing there. Brian tags in, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah. Stan like Irish whips him. Brian then gets him into a sunset flip pin, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" Yeah, and then guess what? And then Bobby tags in, immediately gets arm dragged. I was like, I literally wrote down, "Brian fucking rules."
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
And-
awesome.
Not understating Bobby and Stan's fucking part of the match because they were fucking great assholes. Like,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
perfect asshole heels.
Oh yeah.
Because they kept fucking. Bro, at one point, Beautiful Bobby like ditches the ring for a while to go get some advice from Jim Cornette. That's when I wrote Jim Cornette is such a wiener. Just to shout out TJ a little bit here because I wrote down Beautiful
Hey,
Bobby
yo.
hits the leg drop of doom.
Late of a dude. Inside joke.
Yeah, the Midnights. This is literally like they are some of like the best heels of all time because a lot
Sure.
of problems that people have with being heels is that like I guess a lot of wrestlers in general they don't really like put the sense of urgency to like trying to win the match. Like they're just kind of like doing shit. But the Midnights were really putting over that everything they were trying to do, every move they were trying to hit, wasn't done to try to be cool. It was to try to fucking win. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they were. Every move they tried, it was cover, big move, cover. Like they were trying to get in and get out, and it was real. It put over Brian and Z-Man because they're like, "Fuck, man, we just gotta catch these guys, get them, and get out." And I thought it was
Yeah.
very excellently done.
Bro, Stan is at some point in this match hits these like martial arts fucking kicks on Z-Man, and then he gets arm dragged. Bobby
'Cause
tag
Z-Man loves his arm drags.
Stan
Yeah,
gets
he
Stan
bro.
Stan gets arm dragged. He tags in Bobby. Bobby then gets arm dragged by Z-Man and again like he gets arm dragged. Z-Man gets an arm hold on Bobby until he pulls his hair and then gets his own arm hold. I was like, yeah.
Honestly,
I,
go ahead.
no, I'm just laughing. Go ahead.
I mean, the overall structure of this match, I really noticed it was like very similar to the Samoan SWAT team versus Rotunda and
No,
Tommy
better.
Rich match.
It was so
from
much
earlier.
better.
This is
Oh,
literally what I
okay.
wrote in my notes. I put the match's structure is very similar to SST versus Rich and Rotunda, but actually done well. And that's literally what it was. It was four guys actually trying and working, and they worked their asses off, and it was an awesome match.
All right.
Well,
And I really like the finish too.
You like the
heel
finish?
See, all right, hold on. Before we get there, does anyone have anything to say about this crazy ass move? Brian hits a top rope what I don't even know how to describe this thing. He hits a sunset flip facing the other way from the top rope on Bobby for a 2 count, bro. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, it was insane looking, bro. I paused the TV and I said, "Hello?" I was like, "Did he really just hit this?"
Yeah, I like the finish.
You like
Okay,
the roll-up
good.
finish.
Yeah.
Also, before you guys talk about the finish, I also want to note that Stan hits a buckshot lariat without the flip in this match. He
Dumb
like
man.
he does a like, dude, as I saw him in the motion doing this, I said holy shit. But then like he just popped himself over the ropes, stood there, and then hits him with a clothesline. I think that's all I have left besides like the finish. If you guys want to go ahead and
Okay, Okay, go ahead, TJ.
I'm sorry. During this match, I noticed the cameraman. He was in a bright green and blue tracksuit. That just took me
Yeah,
out.
that was
for a
fucking
second.
weird.
Yeah, I was like,
That was
I'm
so
so used to
weird.
like them dressed in like all black, trying to like not be seen. But that motherfucker was wearing a bright ass green and blue tracksuit. I was like, I fuck with it.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. All
Alright,
right,
go
Rob, what did you not like about the finish?
It's
well,
not that I
hold on,
dislike roll-up finishes.
before he says his thoughts, how about we like go through the ending? Because the ending is what like so what the midnight gets the double team on Z-Man, right? And then they do the rocket launcher tag finisher, badass name, which gets a 2 count. Bobby gets the advantage until Z-Man gets a crossbody. Yada yada. The ref gets Brian out of the ring. Stan then kicks Z-Man in the back of the head for like looked stiff. And
Yeah,
then
like shoot
gets a-
style,
yeah,
plundered
and
this
then
dude in the head.
and then Bobby gets the roll up pin for 3. Okay, so now that the stage has been set, go ahead. You two.
I think that's what bothers me so much is that they hit their finisher and got a 2 count. And I'm like, but then just one with a roll-up. I'm like, dude, I get that they're heels.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes me not completely hate this.
Yeah,
But
it
I'm
fit
sorry.
perfectly.
I
the
don't
whole-
like bringing up like shit outside of what this pay-per-view. But Orange Cassidy has ruined roll-up finishes for me.
Oh my god, here we
Jeez.
fucking go.
All right, let's not
That's
go down
all
that
I'm
route.
gonna say
let's,
about
let's
that.
keep it to.
Oh, bro.
But
That's
it
all
wasn't
I'm
just a
gonna say.
roll up. It was a heel. It was a heel ref distracted, strong stiff move to the back of the head. It wasn't like a bullshit hit that barely hit him. I mean, he hits him here, and then he gets to roll up for a 3 count. I mean, I think it makes sense here for the heels. I think if this was like, if you would tell me this was like reversed and it was the baby faces doing this, I think I would agree with you. But because Midnight, I mean, I don't know. It's somewhat a little bit disappointing because I do agree. I think the finisher, I think they could have won on the rocket launcher tag finisher, bro. Because I was kind of like, all right, cool.
All right, so the whole story of the match was that Pillman and Z-Man are like out of this world crazy. Like the Midnights can't fucking keep up with them. So that's why every move they're trying to hit they're trying to win the match. They aren't trying to showmanship them or out any of that or do more athletic stuff. They're trying to end it because they know that these guys are explosive and they're crazy and they can and will catch them off guard and take the tag titles from them. So what they have to do, and after they hit their finisher, which still doesn't put them away, they really know they're like, oh shit, these guys are gonna get us. So then they have to, resort to, double teaming, hitting him behind the ref's back in order to get the win. And he cradled him. So I thought it was a perfect end for the story of the match that they were telling, and I liked it a lot.
Like I said, I didn't think it was horrible. It just, I don't know. It was such an exciting match just for the roll-up. I was like, man.
I didn't mind it. I really love this match. It was great.
Whether you like the finish or not,
the match wasn't bad. I just really don't like Jim Cornette.
It's about to be mega hype because we get after this match we get RoboCop's
it's
first appearance of the
RoboCop,
night.
bro. That took up 4 lines on this paper. I wrote it so big. I said, "It's RoboCop."
RoboCop, Bob.
It's RoboCop.
So we cut back to that Gordon guy who's been monitoring Sting in RoboCop's locker room all night. We cut back to him, and RoboCop comes out of the locker room and fucking destroys the camera feed.
Bro, yeah, it's not even RoboCop. It's his jackass. It's his jackass security guard, like he's Goldberg. This dude just fucking slams the camera down, and bro, that filter went on for way too long. Like that filter, like that camera was given every ounce that it had for a good 2 minutes before finally it gave out. And JR's like, I don't know, Bob. I think the camera broke. What do you mean you don't know? You think the camera broke? The camera clearly broke.
So Sting starts making his entrance, and he gets jumped by the Four Horsemen, minus Flair, of course, because he has that match later. And so, they're beating the shit out of Sting, Ole and Arn and Sid, and they throw him into the shark cage that Jim Cornette was in earlier. And this is where we get the moment, the legendary moment.
Bro, I wrote that
Here
down.
comes a RoboCop, Bob!
And you know what
RoboCop
does? Before he gets to the cage, you know what RoboCop does? It trips on a camera cable.
Fucking RoboCop. He starts walking out, and he almost eats shit off this cable, bro.
Bro, dude, him, bro, you could put an equal sign between RoboCop and Jeff Hardy for saving his friends, bro. Like, this guy took forever.
So RoboCop makes it down to where the cage is. Somehow didn't bust ass. The Four Horsemen, are backing off because they're fucking terrified. Because we know, RoboCop's real in the WCW universe.
I said horsemen run, and then parentheses said walk away like pussies because they weren't they weren't in no hurry. And the best part is as they're walking away, Arn Anderson screams, "You're gonna be a bucket of bolts when we're done with you!" As they're running away.
Fucking RoboCop was dummy thick, and he was so dummy thick that he was able to rip the cage door off the hinges to get Sting out.
Yeah, I want to
hold on. He bends the bars, which at that point opens the cage door, so he closes it after opening it, so he can rip it off the hinges.
I want a preference that none of us have seen anything past the RoboCop, Here Comes RoboCop Bob clip. So, for me, when I saw him rip this damn door off, bro, I was losing it. I said, oh my god. Because I thought he was just going to walk out and they were going to run away, but they let him rip the door off. What a fucking, dude, so good.
So, yeah, he busts Sting out, and Sting's like, hyping up the crowd, because he's Sting. He's fucking electric. And they're on their way out, and RoboCop trips on a camera cable again. And this time he looks down actually at it, and he's like, damn it.
Fucking RoboCop's only weakness.
Camera cables, bro. That dude whipped ass in his movie against the dude that plays Red Foreman, but the camera cable, oh my god.
So after they celebrate, they leave. And RoboCop is never seen on WCW television or pay-per-view again.
Correct.
That's it. It's over.
So
get to this next segment, please, brother.
So right after this, Gary Capetta's in the ring talking about some upcoming events. And this dude fucking sucks. Gary Capetta, awful. The dude is reading off a card and is still stuttering. Like, he's like, and we got upcoming later in June, we have the Great American Bash. Like, dude, you're reading off this is like when Scott Steiner was announcing in that fucking TNA Impact fucking show that the Main Event Mafia took over.
All right. Ethan, please get us into the end of this next segment, please.
I think you're wanting this fucking skinny Shivani interview with
with the Junkyard Dog.
Yes, I love this. I want to talk about this.
God.
All right,
well, I don't have a lot. I don't really have anything written.
Let's
basically.
Let's TJ talk about it. Let's let TJ talk.
Shivani's out there, and Junkyard Dog comes out for a promo. Go ahead, TJ.
This was my favorite part of this entire show.
Oh yeah.
So Junkyard Dog comes out. I'm back. Yada yada yada. And then of course, Jim Cornette has to come out.
Cornette's fat ass.
A black man is getting time. Jim Cornette has something to say about it. He said. Anyway, he's like, Jim Cornette goes on and on. He's like, my guys have been working. Where have you been? And Junkyard Dog goes, where have I been? I've been at 845 D. Berry Street, Louisville, Kentucky.
You know where
Just
that's
doxed
at?
himself.
You know where that's at? That's
Jim
my mama's house.
Jim Cornette just stops for a second, looks down. He's like, "That's my mother's house."
Dude, when I tell you I was in tears, bro, I wrote down in all caps at his mother's house. Dude, that shit was so good.
Junkyard Dog doxes Jim Cornette's mother on pay-per-view.
Yeah, brother.
Bro,
Continue, TJ, continue.
And then, Cornette goes on. He's like, you can talk to me like that, but you can't talk to them like that. And then he says, Jim Cornette goes away. He's like,
okay,
Junkyard
real
Dog
quick
goes,
before you go on about what Junkyard Dog says, I'm gonna add this as someone who used to do a lot of like stage represented stuff. Clearly, there's no stage right to exit from because Jim Cornette does that, right? And he's like, you can't talk to him like that. Swings the tennis racket. Junkyard Dog catches it. Cornette has to awkwardly run next to Junkyard Dog to leave the frame because there's no way to leave stage right. So he's like freaking out, having to run by Junkyard Dog, and then TJ, what does Junkyard Dog say right after that? Let us know.
He says, that's why I stopped school, because I don't like recess and I'm not here to play. I'm here to stay. And I tell you, fuck.
That is not what he says.
Yes, it is. I wrote it.
He says,
I went back like 5 times to write.
He
down
says,
Let him finish.
Go for it. You're off by like a few
me-
words that
yeah,
make it way
Let
funnier.
me restart. It says, that's why I stopped school, because I don't like recess and I'm not here to play. I'm here to stay. You tell NWA the dog is back. Okay, cat. Okay,
What
did
he
I forget?
actually says is,
Oh, fuck.
this is why I quit school, because I don't like recess and I might hit a playa. So I'm
Oh,
here
what?
to-
God damn.
So I'm here to play and I'm here to stay. Like, you skipped that part. He goes, I might hit a playa.
Dude,
Damn, I butchered that.
no, you're good, DJ, because
First
this
podcast, let's
segment,
go.
dude, this segment was awesome, bro. This segment, TJ, I can't even blame you for this being your favorite part, because this shit had me for a minute, bro. I had to
The
pause.
whole-
I couldn't even watch the next match for like a good solid 10 minutes because I was too focused on the Junkyard Dog, bro. Oh.
Well, you didn't
No.
miss much because the next match is the Corporal Punishment match between the Rock and Roll Express and the Fabulous Freebirds.
Oh my god.
Now, this match was so fucking weird. I've, like, hardly ever seen this style of strap match done.
Yeah, dude,
I was confused. I didn't know what was going on at first.
It
Like,
is basically a regular tag team match, except they can use the straps. But the straps aren't, like, wrapped
Tied
around
to
each
each
other's wrists and tied to each other.
they're on
they're
the
just
ring
kinda-
posts.
They're just kind of draping on the ring posts.
Well, and
I was like, what?
if it tells you anything, not only are we confused, the commentary team's confused. Like,
Yeah, they
JR
don't
the
know.
whole time is like, well, I figured they just have the straps the whole match. And Bob's like, so did I, JR. Like, even the commentary team was confused by this, like, match setup. Like,
Because
we already
it's-
have seen strap matches before. Why change it?
It's just the stupidest. It's so stupid. It made the fucking wrestlers look stupid.
it made
because-
the match, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I saw this match, like, I didn't know it was a strap match going in. Like, I didn't really pay attention too much. So I just saw that it was Rock and Roll Express versus the Fabulous Freebirds. And I was like, holy shit, this should be good. Both these teams are good. And then, the match just, it was really weird. I don't...
Like, dude, it should have just been... It should have either just been a regular tag match or a strap match.
An actual strap match,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
either
it
way,
pretty
it would
much
have been better
was.
than this because. So I bring up some stuff about the entrances, but like, I was so focused on trying to like talk about the straps that like I didn't write anything about the match till the straps got involved. The straps didn't even get involved till like 5-6 minutes into the match because I'm like, well, surely this is what the match is going to be all about, and it wasn't, which threw me off a bit.
Yeah, I literally put that in my notes. I was like, I don't understand why both teams don't immediately try to go to use the straps. because they're literally just sitting there draped on the post. But instead, they work a regular tag match for 5 minutes before finally getting the straps. And then what they do is they'll like use the straps for a little bit
and then put them back on the ring
back.
post. Like
I was like, what?
Like Rock and
Like-
Roll Express just
Yeah,
cut
like-
a promo 30 minutes earlier in the fucking. Okay, I should reference Ricky Morton cut a promo 30
Yeah.
minutes earlier in the show.
Fire promo. Promo's
Talking
better than
about
this match.
how much he's gonna whip the Fabulous Freebirds just to whip
Technically,
him,
he
like,
did
twice.
whip him.
Dude, he whipped him like twice. But what irks, so like, dude, the entrances or whatever. I mean, the Rock and Roll Express are on a cart with a jukebox. They get pushed to the ring, and you know the Fabulous Freebirds come out. And they get in the ring. Michael Hayes starts the match by dancing, and then he chin brushes the crowd. Cheap heat.
Hold on. You're missing a great part that I want to bring up. So Michael P.H. Hayes, all right, starts dancing. He starts doing this little like dance all the way to like the other corner, that's like to his right. And as he's about to do what he's about to do, I believe it's JR or Bob. I think it's JR, because I didn't write down who says it because I was popping too hard. JR goes, Michael Hayes says that MJ stole the moonwalk from him. And then he starts to moonwalk backwards as he says that. And I was like, no fucking way that Michael P.H. Hayes is going around saying that MJ stole the moonwalk from him. I was popping, brother.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
I mean, bro, this match, wasn't bad, but I was just so focused on the actual like gimmick of it that I didn't write down
I
any
agree.
notes about the working before it.
I mean, I wrote a lot down about what they did, but like, I agree. Like,
And
it was weird.
The straps getting involved was so menial. Like, I was like, oh, well, they're whipping the Fabulous Freebirds and they put them back. That, like, dude, the only thing I really wrote down about it was JR.
Yeah, it's
dude.
so weird. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
The straps get involved, and JR starts talking about how he got beat as a child in the wet shed. He's like, oh, I remember my daddy used to take me out to the wet shed. Like, whoa. I don't even know what that fucking means.
I will say it's weird that I just couldn't understand because the ref would take the whips and
Yeah.
put them back.
Well,
And I
because
was
they would set 'em
so-
down.
But no. Remember that? Like, there's
No,
a
he
point in
does
this
just rip
match.
them out of it.
Yeah, there's a point in this match where, they have hold on, let's see. Hayes is the legal man. He starts to whip Robert until Ricky tosses the whip to Robert, and then they both had the whips, and then I think somewhere in here they both get the whips, and the ref takes them both. Like,
It's
They
because
give-
it's when the Fabulous Freebirds roll out of the ring. Because the
is it?
Rock and Roll Express are whipping both the Freebirds, and the Freebirds both roll out of the ring, and that's when the ref takes the.
It's
strap.
just so
But
weird.
it still didn't make any sense. This
Yeah,
isn't
this
a
is
strap
like-
match. Like, this isn't. I went into
This
this
is
thing
like-
and it was a strap match, and it's not. This is like a
This is like-
paddle on the pole match.
This is a prime example of like a stupid ass gimmick ruining like what would have been just a fine regular match.
Mhm.
But I mean, the finish is Ricky Morton hitting a sunset flip for the pin, which was cool. The match was weird. The wrestling was fine. The gimmick was pointless. The Freebirds are kind of whatever. The Rock and Roll Express are awesome.
I
That's
mean, I
pretty
write
much
down
it.
the Rock and Roll Express lock in figure 4 leg locks on the Freebirds. At the same time.
Yes,
was like,
I
oh,
was
that's
gonna
cool.
bring up. They lock them in, and as this is what I alluded to when we started was like storytelling for the main event. They lock in the figure 4 leg locks, and JR says on commentary that like that's the move that Lex Luger is looking to avoid in the main event tonight. And I was like, okay, like I like that. I like them telling the story throughout the whole thing. And then the only other thing I want to mention is Michael P.H. Hayes has a nasty right hand that he keeps hitting everybody with in this match, bro.
Including the
Legit-
referee
Bro,
for no
dude.
reason.
Dude, the jab on this guy is crazy, bro. I want that move in 2K. That
Dude,
shit looks
the only
crazy.
thing I brought up was like fake tags are really popular back in these days because my
yeah.
god,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's what caused me to have to go back and This is what took so long taking these notes is because I would sit there and they'd be like, nope, fake tag, like because the ref would have his back turned, somebody just come in the ring and then clap, and the ref would be like, oh okay, I heard it, but then like he clearly watched Mike Rotunda tagging Tommy Rich earlier in the fucking night, and he's like, I didn't see it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I document Rock and Roll Express won Sunset Flip and in parentheses put roll up.
Yep. Whatever, stupid gimmick.
TJ, do you have anything to say before we?
Not really. It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It's just I don't know. It's just a little bit. There is a point where trying to think. Jimmy starts. Who's he choke here? He chokes somebody. I think it's. Who does Jimmy choke somebody with the whip at some point, and I was like, holy shit, brother! I was like, all right, all right, this is kind of cool. I don't remember.
If they did more of that, the match would have been better.
I'm trying to look through my notes back here just to see if I could figure out who choked him, but I have a lot of notes here, so I can't point it out directly. But I know he did. I just can't remember who. He no. I'm incorrect. Jimmy sends Ricky out to the outside where Hayes starts to whip and choke him with the whip. Okay, there we go. So it was Hayes that starts to choke Ricky on the outside.
So yeah, Rock and Roll Express won Sunset Flip. Got anything else to add about this match, or can we move on to this fucking?
I think we
promo?
can move on, dude. This match.
So, did anybody write? So it's Sting. Okay, Sting promo. Right afterwards.
No. Tony Schiavone is interviewing with some random guy.
Doug Furnace.
That is literally what I wrote down in my notes. Tony
my
Schiavone is
God.
interviewing with some random guy. That's all I wrote. That's all I wrote. I have no other comment in what they said. That's all I know is he interviewed some random guy.
His name's Doug Furnace, and he basically is just hyping up Luger. And then they cut to a Sting promo.
Okay.
Yes.
This is what Rob was talking about.
Does anybody? I didn't write any like substance about this because all I wrote was Sting stutters a little, but he's so electric it doesn't matter because he's fucking 90s Sting, bro.
Dude,
He fucking
Sting.
had the crowd hyped.
Ooh.
I mean, that's basically what this promo was. It was a
Hype.
hype promo for Luger.
Yeah, bro. He didn't like say anything. Like I said, he stutters a little, but the crowd just doesn't care. They're
Who
like,
cares,
"Oh my God,
bro? He's
Sting!"
fucking
like.
Yeah, dude. Sting was.
Which is
Something
crazy
else.
that I read this and I also immediately thought of that TNA Sting promo we just saw hanging out, where he did the same thing. He came out and he was like, ah, and then he fucking he stuttered in that too, but the whole and he kept fucking like
I think
choking
it's
on his
fine. It's
words,
just
but then the
he has
crowd
so
didn't
much
care.
charisma.
Like
It doesn't fucking matter because it's Sting, and you're ready to run through a wall for this
Yeah,
guy
bro.
at any given point.
Take a shot every time he goes. Ah!
All right.
So after the hype promos happened, we get to our second to last match of the
Oh.
evening.
God.
NWA World Tag Team Title match between Rick and Scott Steiner and Doom, Ron
Okay.
Simmons and Hacksaw Butch
Ooh.
Reed.
Okay, I wanna preference. I don't know how you guys felt about this match. I liked this match for certain reasons, but one of the reasons I really like this match, first of all, JR calls Teddy's do-rag a scarf. That's one. Two, there's a camera meme this whole match where every time the camera is on Teddy, he immediately goes, "Man, get the camera out of my face." The whole match, they keep putting the camera on Teddy, and he's like, "Hey, what did I say?" And he like pushes the camera out of his face because they keep trying to get his bald head on camera.
Yeah, dude, I notate like very strong. Like Doom is fucking jacked, bro. They're about to
Dude.
whoop the Steiners' asses. Like they are.
Dude, these
huge.
guys,
They-
Ron
they are
Simmons,
They are juiced the fuck up. They look
Ron
so
Simmons.
When I saw them, I went, damn.
They, but I immediately wrote down Rick rips off Long's do-rag to reveal his freshly bald head. Like that's exactly what he did. Fucking the dog.
Yeah, and then
fucking-
after right, like Teddy's like yelling at the crowd or whatever, and there's this one fat white dude in the crowd that has to be like the most racist guy I have ever seen in my life because
Oh
he
my
wants to
God.
kill this man. Teddy's just standing there bald and yelling, and this fat guy walks up, dead middle finger right in his face. He's
He
yelling
does.
at him. I guarantee you, he's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like he hated this fucking guy.
All right,
So the match gets started, and before we talk about any moves, I would just like to point out I love how shit this commentary is, like how they try and add shit that they really don't need to. JR talks about everyone's prior accomplishments, and he says that the Steiners both have degrees in education. I wrote down, I hope that Scott doesn't try and teach math later in his career.
Yes.
I go ahead and say what you're gonna say, because I want to say word for word the start of this match, like the start, like just the start at least. Because
I could give a gist of the match real quick, like the gist of my thoughts.
I mean, yeah,
I
if
thought
you want to
said
go ahead and do
diss
that.
at first. I'm like, how can you diss this match? This match was awesome.
I think
No,
this match
literally this
was
this
awesome.
this is a note that I have. Heavyweight tag teams doing heavyweight shit. This rules, because
Yeah.
they literally just beat the fuck out of each
Fuck
other
yeah.
for 20
I'm
minutes.
gonna go ahead and say this. Wait, hold on. Who am I? Let me make sure I get this right. Is this Scott? Is Scott? Which one's the long hair one again? I want to make sure
Scott. Rick
God.
is the
Okay.
dog.
Yeah. So Rick sucks this whole match. Rick is the worst part of this match. for
What,
me.
you didn't like the 8 Steiner
No.
lines he fucking hit?
No, Rick is actually the worst part of this match, and he actually he drags this match down. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
See, I disagree, because there's a part in the match where he drops Ron Simmons right on his fucking head with a pile driver.
Yeah, but that's
which
like
is
towards
awesome.
the end.
So
That's towards the end, though.
That's his quota pass from me. Dropped him right on the top of his fucking head.
Okay, but other than that, that man does nothing, and Scott does everything. I want to just briefly say this start of this match. Okay, so Scott and Ron start this match. Dude, if you could think what they're gonna start with this match, dude, okay, so Scott tries a shoulder tackle, and no effect. Ron just stands there, and Ron looks at him and says, "Do it again," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And Scott tries to hit it again, and then he hits him. I think this is where he actually gets him, and he hits one, and then he hits a second one, then he hits a scoop power slam to Ron. Ron starts getting some offense,
that was sick as fuck.
gets reversed, goes into an Irish whip, gets Irish whipped, face first into the corner, where he bounces back out and gets hits with a suplex from Scott, bro. And I said, what a fucking start. Because that alone let me know the pace of this match, bro. Because that was just a sick, little start just for them two alone. Oh my god, bro. That had me...
Speaking of that pile driver, there's sick ass pile drivers throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From everybody.
Facts.
They're beating the fuck out of each other for 20 minutes. It was awesome.
Something that stuck out to me for
Big
some
guys
fucking,
doing
I
big
don't know
guy
why
shit.
the fuck he does this. Maybe to mimic Rick, because Rick's character is being the fucking the bulldog or the pit bull or what the fuck ever. Ron Simmons hits that stupid ass SVR spam headbutt on Rick Steiner twice. I was like completely out of character for Ron Simmons. And my only thought was he's just got to be making fun of Rick, because this is shit that Rick should be doing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, bro.
It just
Huge
threw me
fucking
a bit.
pop. Huge pop for the Frankensteiner, bro. This crowd went fucking nuts.
Oh,
for
yeah.
I even wrote
Frankensteiner.
that down. I said, Scott hits Simmons with the Frankenstein, and the crowd explodes.
Yeah, I said huge pop for the Frankensteiner. That was probably one of the biggest pops of the night.
But before that, Simmons sets up Scott Steiner to he's got his legs, and he's about to lift him up to the bottom rope to choke him. And Teddy is on the outside, and he goes, break his neck, break his neck.
So the finish of this match, which I thought was actually super creative. So Teddy's distracting the ref or whatever, and Rick and Butch Reed are up on the top rope, and then Ron comes up and just pushes both
Reed.
of them off.
Yeah.
No. What Ron does is actually even better than that, because he's about to suplex him, and Ron grabs his fucking hair and yanks him down. He doesn't put because I wrote the same thing that you said, but then I rewatched it. He grabs the fuck out of his hair and yanks him down.
And then fucking Butch Reed falls on top of Rick and gets the pin.
Yep.
Yes.
Very creative finish.
I did really like that finish, because I thought it was gonna be a bullshit finish earlier in the pay-per-view, but no, that was good.
I wrote down on here, Tony Schiavone is invited to Long's celebration party because Teddy Long right after this is like super hyped up. And they go up to Tony Schiavone and he's like, Tony Schiavone, you're invited to the celebration. Woo!
Yeah, that was a pretty good promo.
I will say, there is a part in this match where I'm pretty sure Scott gets I think the Scott hit a sit-up pile driver. I think actually Butch hits him with the pile driver, and then Ron tags in to shoulder tackle Scott, and then he goes to do another one. And I don't know if this was actually a spine buster or not, but it looked like it, and it was good as fuck. Like he goes to hit the shoulder tackle on Scott, and Scott counters it with a spine buster, I think, and it looked good as fuck. I don't know if it was technically a spine buster, but it looked good as fuck. It was super looked super good.
So are we ready?
Well, TJ, any thoughts on this match before we move?
Yeah, you didn't really talk about that.
Not
match,
really.
dude.
Not really.
Did you take hella notes on this epic main?
I feel
I do want to talk about Doom's promo because Teddy's doing that shit with the Schiavone inviting him to the celebration, and I didn't write down verbatim what they said, but basically fucking Ron Simmons and Butch Reed were like, oh yeah, we're the tag team champions, and now we're gonna beat everybody's ass. It was awesome.
It was a juiced promo.
They were big, juiced up, sweaty, veins popping out. We gonna kick everybody's ass.
It was a very good post promo. Like it was super good.
So now we get to the main event.
Fuck out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Big meaty mess up in
I just read a line that I'm gonna have to talk about.
Yes, me too. Go ahead.
So the main event is a steel cage match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Ric Flair versus Lex Luger.
Immediately I wrote down the cage is more like a cell because
I was like this cage. I was like this cage is goofy as fuck. It's like the Hell in a Cell without the roof.
Something I want to note immediately. So Lex Luger comes down to the ring, and what is he at this point? He's like a mid-card champion.
Yeah, he might have been like the United States champion.
Yeah, he was like
he was juiced, brother. This man was.
I was like, Lex Luger comes down to the ring, gets on the apron. His title belt falls off as he gets on the apron, so he just chucks it at the referee. I mean, chucks it at the referee.
It looked natural as he got in. It slipped off. Like it almost looked like he did it on purpose.
Yeah, he definitely didn't, bro. Like he's climbing up to the apron and it snapped off, and then he caught it and chucked it at the referee.
But I will say that
why? So Ric Flair is accompanied by woman.
Okay.
I was about to bring that up.
AKA Nancy Benoit. All right, rest in peace.
Yeah. I literally put in my notes. I said, "Why is Nancy Benoit in the cage with him?"
I brought that up too.
Why was she in the cage?
I said, and before that, I said, Rick is touching her ass all the way down this ramp because he was, bro. He was fucking groping.
Oh yeah.
And then I said, I guess Nancy is allowed in the cage? Question mark. Like,
no, hold on. So I want to go ahead. So Rick comes out. By the way, music hits. Everyone like it's Rick fucking Flair in the '90s, brother. Like, it's what you expect. And Rick, so she gets in the cage. I'm already questioning why. And so the ref checks Rick, like, for weapons. And then he goes to check the girl. He goes to check, woman, And he goes, leave the woman alone. No, leave the woman alone.
I put that too. Well, so before that, they do a close-up of the big gold, because I say Avery splurges in his pants as they do a close-up of the big gold.
Absolutely. Looked sexy as fuck.
And then, I say the ref wants to check Nancy for weapons, but Rick is being a major cockblock. And then finally, he does get to check her, and I'm like, she's hiding a spark plug. I couldn't tell what the fuck.
This was the second time.
This is the second time of the night where there's been like a loaded glove. It was a key. Okay.
Dude,
it was a key for the case.
Dude, I literally, like Rob said, this is the second time in this pay-per-view I could not tell what the fuck it was.
I don't remember if like JR and shit says it.
They don't. Because it's just like the fucking, it's just like the Teddy hair match, bro. They don't say what it is.
There's a key for the cage, but there's no, what do you mean it's key for the cage? There was no door on the cage.
Yes, there was.
There was?
That's how they got. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then she tried to sneak a key
Because-
in, so she.
No,
In my head canon was they were trying to sneak a key in so Flair could get the rest of the Horsemen in there.
Yeah, I was to say it plays into the ending, which I feel like I need to give context to, because I feel like once I give context, I feel like maybe the ending will look better. So I'm gonna save comments till the end of the match. I'll let you guys talk, and then I'll give my thoughts at the very end.
Okay,
So the match starts off, and Flair's like, chicken shit heel that he is. He spends like 5 minutes just trying to climb up the side of the cage to get away from Lex. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Dude, I brought
And
that up.
he ends up getting busted open as he's trying to climb the damn cage.
Dude, I brought
The
that up.
crowd is on fire.
I said Flair tries to go up top, but Luger catches him with a Samoan spike. Like, what does Luger hit him with here? He looks like
I
he just
don't know. Fucking yeah, he just kind of hits him.
And I brought up, I was like, quit pointing the cameras at the lights, bro. Because 1990s cameras, you point them at the lights and all of a sudden it's drunk vision, bro. Like, it looks like you've been staring at the lights for 10 minutes because it just keeps swirling around. And I'm like, guys, quit. But you know, you know what would have fixed that problem? If Ric Flair would have quit climbing the fucking cage, dude. Dude, he does it like 6 times in this match. I write it down every fucking time he fucking does it. That's why I brought up, like, you brought up how Vince McMahon sucks for fucking making that a stipulation. I brought up how I think Ric Flair is one of the ones that made it a stipulation. Because this motherfucker tries it 3 times.
I will say that, like, there is so much shit that is, like, awesome in this. I really did like this main event. But there's something there's something I want to highlight that happens with, like, it's like a 3-minute or like maybe even 5-minute segment. Rick is taunting, turns around because he starts like fucking up Luger, and he turns around after taunting, gets hit by a clothesline. Lex gets him into the corner for the 10 punches. He throws Rick into the corner where he goes up and over to run to the other corner, gets up to the top rope to dive at Luger, who catches him with a clothesline midair. And Rick does a classic just Ric Flair bump and sell after the clothesline, and all I wrote was the last 3 to 5 minutes is all you need to know you need to show why wrestling is fantastic, bro, because that shit was so good.
Yeah, and it helped because the crowd was super heated for this.
Mhm.
Like anything, Luger, like he could have just like breathed. He could have fucking shot a snot rocket out of his nose onto the mat, and the crowd would have lost their damn minds.
Yup.
He's so over, and Flair is so good at being a heel.
chicken shit.
Like oh my god, he's so good at it.
Because I bring
So
up,
it played perfectly.
you got right here, Flair tries to climb the cage for a 2nd time in the match, despite escaping, not winning the match.
He gets pretty high up on that one, doesn't he?
My God.
I think
Yes, dude. He gets like 6 feet. He gets high enough that Lex Luger himself has to climb the cage to bring his ass back down.
Was I the only one that thought they were really about to do like a fall spot or something? I was like, dude, they're not gonna do this in 1990, are they?
But like off the side of the cage.
Yeah, I was like, hell no.
They kept fucking teasing like
Dude,
it.
like this cage match itself is pissing me off because like it shouldn't have been a cage match. Like, I know why they made it a cage match, so the Horsemen don't get involved. But if cage matches are supposed to be like free for all, okay? I bring up like, so Luger and Flair are on the outside for quite a while after the 2nd time Flair climbs the cage. And Flair blades after being rammed to the ring post. But what pisses me off is Luger throws him back in the ring and pins him, and Flair grabs the rope. There's no rope breaks in a cage match, bro.
In 1990 there is.
Evidently in 1990 there is. I don't. And then I bring it up right here. Why is Flair climbing the cage again, bro? 3rd time the match, this dude's climbing the cage again. What is...
I want to mention what you're talking about with the pin. There was a cool-ass segment before that where Lex is hitting him with the 10 punches again. He gets 9. Rick carries him out of the corner into the middle of the ring. Lex lands on his feet and then clotheslines the fuck out of Rick before pinning him where he grabs the ropes. Sorry, I just wanted to...
And all of that got overshadowed for me by the fact that there was a rope break in a cage match. Oh my
Fucking
God.
stickler for the rules, head ass.
All
Over
right,
here.
go ahead, Ethan. Continue.
I thought this match was like largely like okay. Like Flair and Luger have like so many like better matches together.
This was a
But I mean, the crowd was hot. Luger was hot. Flair was awesome. So it worked. So as we get towards the finish of the match, the rest of the Four Horsemen come down.
But before
And-
that, I bring up, so Luger hits the superplex, okay, but he fucks up his knee, okay, and this is where the match starts picking up for me, because Flair starts working the knee and strutting, bro, woo, all right, and he is bleeding like he's John Moxley at this point.
Yeah, this is a turning
This
point in
dude
the
is
match. I think.
caked
Oh,
in
yeah.
blood at
Everywhere.
this point, and that's when the Horsemen come out. Is after Flair has. So Flair has been working the knee and like all this shit. Luger does get back up. That's when the Horsemen come out.
No. What happens is Rick, as you're talking about, like where he's bleeding everywhere, he's locking in the figure 4 lock he goes from using the bottom rope as leverage to being caught using the top rope as leverage. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ric Flair.
All right,
So
continue.
fucking weird. So the Horsemen come down because they're trying to get in and interfere. But Sting comes down after to fight them off. No RoboCop this time though.
God damn it, bro.
RoboCop is powered off for the evening.
Dude, here's what's confusing me is
Powered
why
down.
the fuck Arn and Ole Anderson start trying to climb this 20-foot cage.
Okay, hold on. Let that slide.
Get in, brother.
Let Ethan finish this because I have something to say about this very ending.
Yeah, but
I
they
just
were doing
need-
that before Sting even came out. That's why I wanted to bring it up before we got too far. Because,
Oh,
like,
that's true.
they're
That's true.
climbing it, and that's when Sting comes out. And I'm like, oh,
All right,
I don't know how
continue.
far they were going to get anyway.
So
Continue.
Sting comes out to start fighting them, and no RoboCop, but instead he brings
Yeah,
out
that-
fucking El Gigante. I forgot this dude even exists. I literally put in my notes El Gigante question mark, and this dude is the size of a fucking skyscraper.
You know what he's dressed
He's
as? He's dressed
huge.
as a samurai. Why? I have no
Um,
idea.
Okay,
This dude
so
is fucking huge.
so I want to say something now. Do you guys not know who El Gigante is?
He's Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, I saw this guy and I was like, oh my god, that's
I-
Giant Gonzalez.
I brought this
And
up.
I was
said,
like-
it's El Gigante, and I, in parentheses at first I said, I have no idea who this is, because I asked her JR say it, and I look at him, I was like, and then immediately afterwards I was like, it's Giant Gonzalez. But really what stuck out to me is why the fuck is this dude dressed as a samurai?
Why?
Like the whole
No,
time
what-
I'm
no.
pondering this.
Yeah, that also. But what confused me was, why is RoboCop not out here? Why is El
He's
Gigante?
powered
Why is
off
it not
the
all?
evening.
Why is it not all three of them?
He's,
like-
he's
We
getting disassembled.
Man.
we gotta get El Gigante over, brother.
All right. Continue with the.
He's facing and losing to the Undertaker in the worst WrestleMania match of all time in
Damn
3
it.
years, bro.
God damn it.
So El Gigante comes out to help Sting with the Horsemen. Ole Anderson lifts the cage with a switch, which, by the way, JR has brought up like 3 times at this point. Oh, we've seen Ole Anderson out here scoping out the cage earlier. We don't know what that's about. Like, what else would he be scoping out the cage for?
Mhm.
Yeah, I literally put in the notes. Ole somehow gets the cage up, like he's just able to do it. I don't
Yeah.
know why he wouldn't just do it, like when they came out, but
So he lifts the cage with a switch, and Barry Windham comes out
Mm-hmm.
to attack Luger. None of the Horsemen.
No, so let me explain this. So Wyndham, I don't know if he's actually a horseman.
No, this is what leads to him being a Horseman.
No, well, yes, because he's the one that kicked out Luger out of the Horsemen. Because I explained this to my dad, and my dad, because I was also confused when I watched this once before, and I talked to my dad about it, who was big WCW guy, and my dad was explaining to me how Wyndham was the guy that kicked out Luger. So when I rewatched this, I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Because when I first watched this, I was like, why the fuck is Barry Windham the guy that's coming in here to fuck Lex over? I was like, I'm confused. But then my dad explained it to me, and I was like, okay, no, this makes a lot more sense. That Barry Windham, the guy who literally fucked him over and kicked him out and helped everybody else kick him out of the Four Horsemen, like, he's the one that puts the final blow on Lex. Like, it makes sense to me.
Dude, Does anybody have to say anything about this match before I rant about the ending?
No. Ric Flair rules.
No, everything else I have is about the ending and the post match. So
Okay.
you're good.
So you brought up me being a stickler about the rules. You thought me gushing about the fucking rope break in the cage was bad.
Oh yeah, I knew this was coming.
Dude. What kind of cage match ends in no disqualification? What's the point of the cage match?
Seth Rollins versus The Fiend, Hell in a Cell 2019.
That didn't end in disqualification. That ended in a no contest. That's different.
Okay.
It's the same thing, but at least they phrased it different to not get heat. This announcer straight up said disqualification.
Oh, they still got heat.
Oh, they still got heat. But at least they tried to dissuade it. This is a straight up disqualification.
Yeah, it's so that way Rick doesn't have to get pinned.
No, I know that.
It's so Luger doesn't have to get pinned.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
Luger
yeah,
doesn't
true.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why even have the cage match? This is the most pointless gimmick I've ever seen. Flair tries to climb the cage 3 times despite not being able to fucking win by escaping. There's a rope break in a couple times in the match. And then it ends in DQ. Who the fuck was booking this? Vince McMahon?
I don't.
Jim Herd. Actually, I looked it up. Jim Herd.
I don't think I hate the ending of this match. I think it's better than having Lex pinned at this time. And
look, this is very stereotypical from WCW around this time. Was having these top big matches with top guys with shit finishes. They did it all the fucking time. It's how they would get multiple matches out of guys like in a series.
I wouldn't mind it if it wasn't a cage match.
That's fair. I see what you're saying.
You're at that point, just don't make it a gimmick. Like if you really want to like do something where it's like nobody
or he
gets
could have
involved, then
I mean, he could have just waved it off as a no contest rather than saying disqualification.
Yeah, like you.
But back then, I don't know if they would have even considered a. Maybe I'm wrong. Did they do no contests back in 1990?
They've done draws.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty much it.
It just irks me because I love cage matches, and
that's fair.
This wasn't that, dude. Like,
your criticisms are fair. I see that.
So after Flair gets disqualified, Ole Anderson lowers the cage back down so Sting can't get in.
Yep.
And the Horsemen just all beat the shit out of Lex Luger until
Flair start beating the shit out of Luger. Yep.
Until someone finally gets the cage open, and then Sting chases the Horseman off.
JR says something here that cracks me up. JR says that they need to call the cops on Ole simply because he's controlling the cage. Not for any other reason. He just says that they need to call the cops on Ole for controlling the cage.
He hijacked the cage, damn it!
Oh, it's so
Not
good.
because they're beating an innocent man or anything like that. He didn't say he needs to call the cops on Wyndham, Arn, or Flair for beating up Luger. They need to call the cops on Ole for hijacking the cage controls.
Yeah, it's just the very end of this fucking show is fucking hilarious. So like the Horsemen are retreating back up the ramp. Sting and El Gigante are checking on Luger.
Dude, this is
and Flair like Shivani like goes up to try to interview Flair. And Flair is he's bloodied up, sweaty, fucking adrenaline pumped. He's just screaming shit. I couldn't even make out what he was saying.
No, I could not either, but it was hype. It was so
I literally
hype.
just put Flair is screaming nonsense at Shivani because that's literally what he's just going.
Dude,
like, he's screaming, bro.
I literally
was yelling.
The fucking end of this match was like they finally get the cage open, and the Horsemen just kind of walk away from Sting and walk right past El Gonzalez. I quit caring, bro. I started fucking up his name. Like,
dude, yeah, he didn't even do anything.
El Gonzalez.
He did nothing.
And then one of my favorite parts of the show, bro, the very end. So Flair's, screaming nonsense, and it's like you can see, Flair yelling at Shivani, and then you can still see the ring in the background, and you see Sting fucking get out and slowly walk up the stage with Gigante behind him, and just casually walks right up to Ric Flair and starts piecing him up, bro.
It was so good.
Dude,
it was
Flair's going down, and the Sting just goes boom, 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 boom.
Dude, it's perfectly frame by frame. Like
Yeah,
if you put it in a comic book or something, he would get closer each panel, bro. Because
I genuinely thought Sting was just gonna walk away defeated when he did this. Like right before, so Flair's up there. Wyndham smacks Flair on the ass for some reason before this promo. I don't know why. Flair celebrates losing. He's sitting there like, "Woo! I'm the world. Woo!" And I literally put Flair on coke is hilarious.
For real.
And yeah, I bring up Sting attacks Flair, and I said, and Giant Gigante chases away the Horseman.
Yeah, it was definitely in.
So I need to preface that has marked 2 times tonight that Sting's partner has made the Horseman awkwardly walk away.
And they never even touch him.
Bro, they don't want to fuck with RoboCop or fucking El Gigante.
Yeah, dude, he's about to have the worst WrestleMania match of all time with the Undertaker in 3 years, bro. He's scary,
dude. I can't. Are you sure that's the worst WrestleMania match of all time? Would you rather watch that, or would you rather watch Jerry Lawler versus fucking Michael Cole?
Dude, look, at least with Cole and Lawler, you get Austin in there.
You get Stone Cold, that's true.
At least Austin's in there doing something.
You get nothing in that Taker match.
Yeah. Overall, I thought this show was, there's the build up, like the first couple matches were ranged from
bad
to fucking bad. The best match of the night for me was the NWA United States Tag Team title match with the World Tag Title match coming like right after. Those were both awesome matches.
I would flip those for me. I really like that World.
That's fair.
Dude, I think I liked the Flying Brian match a lot, but I think I almost put that Doom, the overall whole thing with the Doom match, bro. I think I might put that number 1, and then the Flying Brian match like as a close second. Because, dude, when I tell you that spot, the very beginning of that match with the shoulder tackle shit where Ron's screaming at him, dude, that shit immediately had me in the chokehold, bro. I was like, oh fuck yes.
Yeah. I mean, definitely the 2 tag title matches and then the main event were the best of the whole show.
Yeah. My favorite match of the night was, of course, the Midnight Express match in Flying Brian.
Yeah.
Flying Brian was the MVP of the entire show for me.
I would also I would either say, dude, I think top 3 MVPs of the night is fucking Flying Brian, Cactus Jack for killing himself on the opener. And fucking fucking IRS for trying to do something, bro.
He
gets a participation award.
Dude, I feel so
more
bad.
than that because that dude actually outside
he was trying
outside of his chest slaps for the first 5 minutes. That he was
and Tommy Rich is out here clapping, bro. Oh my god.
This man, Mike Rotunda, got put in. He got put in a fucking group for a school project with 3 of the laziest, worst motherfuckers in the class, and he was forced to try to do all the work. They weren't giving him anything back, so he just said, "Fuck it."
Dude, when your partner is just endlessly clapping and stomping on the outside, and the crowd does nothing back, brother.
Dude, yeah, the only thing I pointed out of that match was just how shit Tommy Rich was as a partner. My god,
it was very bad.
He just sucks at tag team wrestling. I mean, he sucks at wrestling, but specifically tag team wrestling. Like at one point, they're on the outside. And it's literally Rich and Rotunda and SST. And Rich just kind of ditches him, and Fatu kicks the fucking shit out of Rotunda, bro. Like, it sounds stiff. It looks stiff. Rotunda just collapses, and Tommy Rich is just standing on the apron.
Oh, I forgot to add during
the apron, might I add.
I forgot to add during that match. Samoa Savage grabs, I think it's Rotunda, and basically sets him up for the Samoan spike, but doesn't do the spike part. He just clotheslines him. Really? Yes. I was like, holy shit! Is this like the early beginnings of a Samoan spike eventually? Because he had him. I mean, dude, he literally had him in the Samoan spike position. He even cocked his arm back. He just didn't do the spike. He just clotheslined him. Like, I don't know if fucking Rikishi like took that with him and was like, "Hey yo, Umaga, I got something for you." Like,
I don't know, man. Any final thoughts on the show overall?
Man, what is
I think they
Junkyard, what is Junkyard Dog going to do after this? Because
I don't know.
he got the
I
crowd
don't
fucking
know.
hyped with that fucking Jim Cornette shit. So
Yeah,
if he goes on to do absolutely nothing in the NWA, it's fucking pathetic.
He went on to fuck Jim Cornette's mama.
Well, no, he already did that. He
He's gonna
said
do
that
it
he
again.
had been at what is, I wrote it down. 845 DeBerry Street in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
He was there. That's where he's been. That's my mother's
Oh wait. Okay. So wait. What is this? This is 90. Yeah.
Capital Combat
Yeah.
90. Yeah.
So he
Return
has
of RoboCop.
Return of
he has
RoboCop.
2. Hold on. I think he has 2 matches in 90. I believe
Oh my god.
he has a Ric Flair match with a 4.5, and then he has
Oh,
a.
shit.
Oh no shit. Okay, hold on. Okay, so
Oh my
this
god.
was Junkyard Dog's fucking debut for WCW.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh
So,
my
well, I mean,
God.
this iteration of it with like Ted Turner.
Dude, this Ethan, are you looking at the 6-man tag I'm looking at right now?
No, I'm looking at his Wikipedia page.
Okay, hold on. Can I say this 6-man tag real quick?
Sure.
This is a 3.6 tag on Cage Match. Ready? Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, and Sid Vicious against El Gigante, Paul
my God.
Orndorff, and the Junkyard Dog.
Oh lord.
That sounds
Good on the leg.
awful.
Wow.
I wonder if Arn hit whatever the fuck Giant Gonzalez is with the spine buster.
I don't know, brother.
Okay,
That-
so I lied actually. Junkyard Dog's debut, or most recent, like for this run, was at Clash of the Champions 4 on December 7th, 1988. Then he had a run until Wrestle War 1989, where he no-showed the pay-per-view and was immediately fired.
Nice.
Then they changed bookers to Ole Anderson, and Ole Anderson hired him back, and that's where he debuted at Capital Combat.
that makes sense.
And then literally right after that, he squashes Mean Mark Callis in 39 seconds.
Okay.
And then he feuds with Flair for the world title.
Hell yeah! What a return! What a return!
Junkyard Dog.
So something I will note, just because it's one of my favorites. So I just heard someone bring it up. I think it was TJ.
Yeah.
Automatic point reduction. No AA spine buster in this entire show. I love that move. I expected that move to be hit, and
There was
not.
no torture. There was what? I think
The Horseman
leg-
did nothing, bro. I think
Luger-
that's
Luger
ran away.
Luger just got the torture rack in when Wyndham hit him, and I was so depressed, bro, because the torture rack's one of my favorite moves from WCW, and he just got it as Wyndham hit him. It was so depressing.
it's like, dude, you've got a team of fucking Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, and Sid Vicious, and you ran away from RoboCop.
It's crazy, brother. All right,
All right, you boys ready to wrap this up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Avery, did you ever
baby.
decide what the next show should be?
Yes, my pick for next week is going to be WWE TLC 2013.
That's
Oh,
Somebody call my mama.
somebody call my
Somebody
mama.
Somebody
the-
please call my
I don't
mom.
remember what the rest of the show is, but I only chose that show just for that specific match, and that's
TLC
it.
2013.
Yes.
That's Cena and Orton in the main event, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in the ladder match, I think.
All right.
TLC
the
match for the
title.
world titles.
Well, it should be
Yeah,
good for next
unification, right?
week.
The Shield versus CM Punk in a handicap match.
Yes. Yes.
Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family.
Oh,
All right. Well,
Handicap
that'll be
match.
something. That'll be something to look forward to then for next week.
Well, all of our socials will be leaked in the description.
yeah.
As well as everything else anybody listening needs to know. With that, this has been the first episode of the Devolution Wrestling Podcast. I'm Ethan.
Evolution Podcast.
I'm
I'm the
Avery.
Rob.
And I'm Trenton. This has
That's
been
our-
the De-Evolution Podcast.